Hey fam, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Esther J. MsTopacJay. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a foundation test on the new, I believe it is new, the new KVD Vegan Beauty True Portrait Liquid to Powder Foundation. If you don't know, Kat Von D makeup or Kat Von D cosmetic line or whatever changed its ownership. So Kat Von D is no longer part of the brand. It's now changed to KVD Vegan Beauty. So yeah, oh by the way, if you're new to my channel and you're not sure what foundation test is, so basically it's a foundation test. So I test the foundation according to the claim and I also do a wear test on my oily combination skin and provide my recommendation to oily combination skin, oily skin, normal skin, dry skin and whatnot. Okay, so if you're interested in things like that, make sure you do subscribe down below, turn notifications so that way you don't miss out any single video from me. Okay, so without further ado, let's just jump straight into this video. Okay, all right, so the foundation, as I said, is by KVD Vegan Beauty and it is the KVD True Portrait Liquid to Powder Foundation. It costs $57 Australian dollars, 37 US dollars and 28 pounds in the UK. I actually bought this on sale at Sephora here in Australia, which is very interesting. I believe I bought it for like 20 something dollars. I'm going to put the exact screen, exact price, exact cost or whatever right here on the screen for you. Yeah, it comes in 40 shades and they cover warm, cool, neutral and golden undertone. That's what I've noticed. So the shade that I picked up is from the 10 deep category. Speaking of which, I picked up the shade 10078, which is again in a 10 deep category and it's described to have a warm undertone. So there's about 10 shades after the shade that I picked up, and the claim for the foundation to be lightweight, medium coverage, long wearing, matte, and also they say it won't clog your pores. They say it's a bi-phase formula, which is very interesting. I haven't really heard that before, but it's a liquid to powder formula, and they said it's compatible with oily, normal, dry and combination skin. So in terms of how to use it, they said apply with a finger, dense brush or a damp sponge, and they said to make sure you shake it very well, that if you shake it, that if it looks watery, it means you haven't shaken it enough, so you need to shake it some more. And I also said to make sure that you apply moisturizer. And I also noticed that the first ingredient of this foundation is dimethicone, and I've been reading a little bit about dimethicone, but the long and the short of it is dimethicone can help to prevent a foundation or a complexion product from oxidizing if it's in a primer, and when it's in foundation and whatnot, it can help to prevent moisture from escaping, which can sound a bit problematic, but when it comes to foundation, I guess it's not, and it will make sure the foundation isn't cracking on the skin. So that's really interesting. There's a bunch more to learn about dimethicone. I haven't done an extensive research on it, but that's what I've learned so far. So there's no water in this foundation whatsoever. This is what the packaging looks like. This is the outer box, as you can see. It's quite interesting. It kind of looks like eau de parfum. Eau de parfum. It looks like perfume packaging, and it comes with a 30 ml bottle or 1.0 fluid ounce, and on the packaging you have the instruction as well, and also the ingredient list and the name of the shade at the top as well. So this is the actual bottle itself, which is also very interesting. This also looks like a perfume, and it has a window where you can see the shade of the foundation as well. So you twist it open, so it's a drop or two kind of bottle, which is interesting, and you also squeeze it to apply the foundation, which is great. So we're just gonna go ahead and apply, and I'm gonna be using a dense brush on one side, which is the Huda Beauty Face Buff and Blend brush, and I'm going to be using a dense sponge on the other side. So in terms of primer, I'm just going to use an hydrating primer. Let me see if I can squeeze some out of the Fenty Beauty primer. Oh, I can still get some more. This one is finished, so I want to see if I can still get some more, which I can. So the foundation, they said to make sure you shake well, which I'm going to do. So let's apply it on here. Let's see what happens. Interesting. And when the more you squeeze, the more comes. Oh, did you see that? Ooh. All right, so that is it. It's a little runny, but it doesn't appear watery, so I've shaken it enough. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it on this side with a sponge. I feel like it smells like something, but also that almost doesn't smell like something. Wow, I only used half of that and it covered really nicely. I hardly put foundation here and it still kind of evened my skin tone. It still covered a little, which is good. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a brush on this side, which I really don't want to because I'm more of a sponge girl. But then again, once I switch to brushes, I'm like, I'm more of a brush girl. So I'm using the Huda Beauty brush. Let's see if the rest of that will cover this half of my face since it covered the other one. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did you go? I need to know. I just want you on my face, but I don't see you right now. Where did it go? Maybe I should apply a little more. Let's try with the. I'm gonna finish this foundation real quick if I keep having to build it up like this. Okay, especially when I'm using a brush. Okay, so I just needed a little more foundation. With brush, you need a little more foundation, you know, with a brush. But with a sponge, the little bit you pick up is enough, you know? The brush side looks more skin-like than this side, you know? Let's go for this side with a brush. Wow. Okay, so I do like the finish of it. Like, it's very... It looks good. We can still see my blemishes here a little, but that's okay. They didn't claim for them to be full coverage, which is good. It's more of a medium coverage foundation. Now, that's a coverage claim. I don't like it when brands claim for a product to be full coverage and then you apply, you're like, this is more of a light to medium coverage. Maybe you can build it up to a full and you end up using like 5 pumps, you know? So I'm just gonna like build up the coverage in the areas where I can still see some blemishes, just a little with the sponge. I love the way the sponge applies it. It retains the coverage, you know what I mean? Like, look at that, gone. I mean, you can see my bumps, but that's different. You know, it retains the coverage, but the brush, obviously, if you just want to have something swipe on your face and make it look more natural looking and whatnot, you're Gucci. You know what? I wonder if it's still on sale. Maybe I'll try and get a different shade and see how that goes, because I really love the formula. I actually really love the formula. I love the way this look at my skin. I love this formula. Like, it just looks so, you know? Why was it on sale? I'm not complaining, but why was it on sale? If I'm applying this foundation again, I'm definitely not going to be using a brush with it. Definitely not. Like, a sponge just makes it apply, especially a soft sponge like this, just makes it apply more seamlessly and just, oh. They say it's medium coverage, but it's a beautiful cover. You can build it up to a full, honey, and you'll be Gucci. Look at this baby right here. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. Okay, let me try and find a concealer. All right, so this is what this looks like right now, and it is currently 12:43. Okay, that's what that looks like. Wow, concealer is blending nicely on top of this foundation. Wow. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set my concealer using the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder. Oh, I forgot to say the finish of the foundation definitely still feels wet on my face. Like, it doesn't feel like a powder, you know, it feels wet, but it looks good. That's all that matters. It looks good, you know? All right, so here we go. Concealer's been set. Yes. Skin is still looking good. Yes. Okay. In terms of the finish of the foundation itself, it doesn't feel, I mean, when it's a liquid to powder, I was expecting, you know, if I touch it, it would just feel like a powder, you know? It doesn't feel like a powder, but it kind of looks like I already set it. Does that make sense? But when I touch it, so let me show you. So right now, this finger is clean, as you can see. When I touch it, it kind of picks it up a little. Not a lot, but it still picks it up, you know? As you can see, like when I touch it. Oh, look at that. And you see that? It left a mark there, but I tap it out and it's fine. You know, so it's not a problematic mark leaving foundation. So it's still good. It looks good. It feels good on the skin. It feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel matte. I wouldn't say it looks matte either. It's more like a semi-matte kind of appearance and finish. And I can't stop looking at my face in the monitor. Oh my gosh, my double chin. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face and I will be back, okay? All right, so actually I'm not done with my hair. I was gonna go and fix my hair, but I realized it's actually gonna take me a little bit longer because I didn't prep it before I did my makeup anyway. So I wanted to come back and just show you what my face is looking like now before I kind of go off and fix my hair and all that shenanigans. So right now it's 1:15, okay? So this is what my face is looking like now. Looks nice and it looks ridiculous, okay? My face looks ridiculous, you know, ridiculously good, okay? I didn't set the foundation itself and it's still kind of wet to touch. Maybe I do need to set it, but I kind of want to see how that goes, you know? It transfers a little bit. All my fingers are dirty. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my face and I'm back, okay? I mean my hair. All right, so here we go. Hair is kind of semi-done. I didn't want to keep wasting time. So this is what my face is looking like right now. It's been about 20 minutes since I last spoke to you. So the time right now is 13:42. Let me just give you a brief snapshot of what I'm thinking about this foundation so far, and then we'll do the wear test and I'll come back to you guys like 8 hours later. So basically, this foundation, I love it. Look at my face. Like, look at my face. Look at my face. Oh, I didn't even change my top. I'm still wearing the same. It's okay. You know what? It's okay. Look at my face. Can you see? Like, look at that. Can you see this? Get into it. Get into this face. Oh my goodness. Okay, so remember I didn't set the foundation itself with a powder, but obviously I applied concealer and whatnot. The foundation itself still feels kind of wet-ish to touch, but at least the foundation doesn't lift off my face, which is good. My pores are not heavily like emphasized. So in terms of the claim, they say it's lightweight. Yes, it is. Medium coverage. Yes, it is. Matte. I wouldn't say it's matte, it's matte looking, but it's almost like kind of radiant looking at the same time. And they said it won't clog your pores, so we'll find out later if it doesn't break me out. If it breaks me out, then it's no good. If it doesn't, it's good. In terms of the application, definitely not a good foundation with a brush, to be honest with you. Maybe because of the brush that I use. No. It's not a good foundation with a brush, point blank, period. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, I took a video of my face in daylight and it looks bomb. Oh my, it looks so good. So let's just do a wear test. I'm gonna go off and I'll come back to you in a few hours and show you babes what my face is looking like. Remember, I've got oily combination skin, so I generally get oily around in my T-zone area. And remember, I didn't set the foundation itself in this area, but I did apply concealer here, and I said we'll then blend loose setting powder just a little bit. So yeah, let's go off and come back later. Okay. All right, guess who's back like she never left? This girl. Okay, I have been staring at my face all day. I kid you not. I am so pleased with this foundation. Honestly, the wear test has gone so well. Now let me just tell you what I noticed, over the past 8 hours, and it has been 8 hours because it's literally 9:20 right now, and I finished applying my whole face at 1:15, so it's been 8 hours and 5 minutes. So the main thing that I noticed in the past 8 hours was basically that my face started looking a bit more kind of a teensy weensy beansy more dewy, and that was around the 3-hour mark. Not oily, just dewy. It's like the foundation itself was just settling or acclimating more to my skin, and was just, I don't know, give me that natural radiant glow, if that makes any sense. So, but do I look oily? Not really. I look shiny a little bit here, maybe a little bit here as well, and a little bit on my forehead. So let's just go ahead and blot so I don't waste your time. But if you look at the comparison from earlier, I've already taken a little slow-mo shots before I started talking. I'm going to show you my face looked like earlier versus what it looked like now, just before I start blotting. Looks so good, huh? There's not much of a difference, is there? Just so great. Anyway, let's go ahead and blot so I don't talk too much. As you can see, there is oil. Now, I'm really hoping the foundation doesn't lift off. I look so funny with that kind of look. Oh my gosh. What the? Kilo day, what is this? I haven't brought a translucent powder out just in case I need to powder my face. I don't need to powder my face. I just blot it and look at my face. Let's do another slow-mo again and do a side-by-side from earlier and now. Wow, I cannot believe this. This foundation is thebomb.com. If we still say that, I don't care if we don't say it anymore. I am saying it and I'm bringing it back, okay? Point blank, period. All right. Remember, I didn't set the foundation itself. Everything is still looking good despite not setting it, by the way, throughout the day, it started feeling less and less wet. Earlier, when I touched it, it felt wet, but it started feeling less and less wet. And now it just feels like I already set it with a powder and I didn't. So it's gradually kind of set itself, I love this foundation. I really love it. It didn't break down on my face. The products that I applied on top of it, like my blush, my highlighter, even the one on top of my nose is still there. Right here, everything is still there. It didn't move it. It didn't move it about. It didn't budge. It didn't oxidize. I love this foundation and I would recommend it for all skin type, all kind of problematic skin. If you like a more natural finish kind of foundation, pick this up, apply it with a brush. If you like a full coverage or a high coverage foundation, pick it up and just build up the coverage. If you like a foundation that won't cake on you and won't necessarily lift off even when it's still kind of a little bit wet to touch before you set it with a powder, pick it up. I can't say it doesn't transfer because when I finished applying it earlier, when I touch it, it kind of stained my hand a little, so I can't say it won't transfer. But I guess that time went by, and it kept appearing more and more set. Everything was okay with it, if that makes any sense. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I really love this this foundation. I have no qualms. I'm literally about to give it a 10 out of 10. I've never given a foundation a 10 out of 10 before. I don't think I have. So just for that sake, let me give give it a 9.9 out of 10. Just kind of owe that 0.1% because we never know. If my opinion does change about the foundation, I will update you in the future. But right now, I can't say anything negative about it, aside from the fact that like it didn't really apply really well with a brush, you know. But I love this foundation so much, and I believe that the shade that I actually picked up is actually really good for me. I think earlier I was looking at it with a different kind of lens, you know, my eyesight, that is. So I do like the shade that I picked up. I actually think it's my shade to a T, which is good. So yeah, let me know down below if you've already tried this foundation. Let me know what you think about this foundation. Did you also kind of have the same reaction I had throughout this video? Let me know down below as well. Anyway, that's it. That's about it from me. Now I need to go and wash off my face, and it's almost 9:30, and I'm so sad because my face still looks so good. Maybe I can try and do another video, I don't know. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, babes. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful, and as always, everyone should love yourself, and by God's grace I pray I see you in my very next video. Bye.